Hey there, friends. Welcome back to some more Gabriel Knight's Sins of the Fathers. And we finished up at the Dixieland Drug Store. We're still researching for the book, the voodoo book, and there's murders going around. Murders! So, we're investigating those as well. But we've finished up everything here, I think. Did we ever talk to the guy? Yeah, we did. He went, Cabri Sancour. And we had no idea what that meant. I don't think we can talk about anything else that's
Mind
any
if I ask you a
interesting.
few questions?
Ask what you want. I answer what I want.
I answer what I want because I'm a jackass. Yeah, we don't have anything else that we need to say. So, let's leave. We did have a new spot open up from talking to Mr. John of the museum, and that was the St. Louis Cemetery. There's a couple things we need to do. Just a couple things. Couple things. Wow, there's a bunch of crap everywhere.
The name Ross is inscribed on this old tomb.
My family's tomb is down that way, past the Ross tomb.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
An angel with a cross stands guard over one of the tombs.
That's not mine either. You're really bad at trying to find mine.
This is the tomb of Marie Laveau, Voodoo Queen of Narlands.
Nolans. We have a plaque.
A plaque on the tomb reads, Laveau.
And there's a brick there.
Near the Laveau tomb is a piece of red brick. Undoubtedly a cast-off from spiritual graffiti writers.
Really? Is it? Ooh, I can walk around. Neat.
Odd-looking marks adorn the Laveau tomb wall.
What kind of odd mark? Oh, we can't look at them. We can talk to them, though.
The wall doesn't work that way.
So, hey, how are you doing today? Well, I'm doing good. I just thought I'd come around, and see what's happening. What's the happy haps? You know, as you do. Let's see, what's the statue look like?
A stone angel stands silently before a tomb.
Well, there's a lot of tombs to look at that don't mean anything.
Food, trinkets, and more unsettling things have been left at Marie Laveau's tomb as offerings from believers.
'Cause I saw her face. Now I'm a believer. I'm gonna pick up this brick. Because I like to steal things. It's a point and click. Okay. Bling, 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 bling. Well, since I can't look at that, and obviously we're going to need to do something with it, I'm guessing we're going to have to sketchbook it. Sketchbook the markings. You know, as
I want a copy of these strange marks.
Oh, okay, well, there they are. There they are.
The marks are reddish in color and remind Gabriel of crosses. They look like they've been here a few days at least.
It's a very medieval version of teas. It's like, oh, I got this tea, and I've got that tea, and I don't know what it is, actually. But now we have all that, and which is basically everything we can do here. All of this extra stuff is just fluff. It's just fluffernutters. It doesn't mean crap. I want to look at the sky, though.
St. Louis Cemetery number 1 is one of the most historic and beautiful places in the quarter.
It looks bleak and not very beautiful at all. But let's leave here because we've gotten what we need. Oh. I thought that was going somewhere else. Hello, friend.
An old man tends the cemetery with movements akin to a slow draw.
Well, Well, we may as well talk to him. We come back here again. But let's go ahead and talk to him and see what he has to say, because why not? Hello.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah? What can I do for you?
What can I do for you? There is a lot of and he looks like he wants to murder me. There's a lot of things to say. A lot.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
They say it was part of an old religion from Africa, brought here by slaves.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
I don't know. I just come
I don't
rake
really
up
care to
things,
talk
you
about
know,
it.
and I
I
got a
don't do
hat.
none myself.
And my hat keeps the sun out of my eyes, because if you can't see, I got a little bit of a glaucoma going on right there.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
Isn't it just awful? Them finding those bodies with the voodoo things around them?
The voodoo
I don't
things.
think there's any real voodoo going on. Somebody trying to cover their tracks is all.
Uh-huh.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
I told you all I know about that.
So what you're saying is you are not any sort of help whatsoever.
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
Seem like everyone wants to visit New Orleans at least once in their lives. And they love the cemetery tours. I see tourists in here every day of the year.
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
There lots of things to see here, but none as beautiful as St. Louis Cemetery #1.
You know, if your biggest attraction to your area is a cemetery, I think you need to find something new to be known for.
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
If you want to know more, you should ask someone else.
What do you know about? I don't even fucking know, man. I just don't even talk to me anymore.
Do you know anything about snakes?
Snakes? I see snakes around here all the time. Most of them aren't poisonous, of course. I don't mind snakes myself, but lots of folks are afraid of them.
Do you know anything about snakes?
I told you all I know about that.
Yay! He told us all he knows.
What's the significance of St. John's Eve?
Where St. John the Baptist is the patron saint of voodoo. Sometimes we get weird goings-on in the cemetery on that night. More often on a few nights before. People taking grave dirt, bones, and who knows what.
That's pretty disgusting.
Yep. Don't know what they do in them, but it can be pretty.
They rub it all over their bodies.
What's the significance of St. John's Eve?
I told you all I know about that.
This guy's a wealth of information. I'm loving it so far.
Do you have any idea what Capri San Call means?
Nope. Can't say that I do.
Do you know anything about animal masks?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I didn't know I didn't know animals wore masks. That's crazy. It isn't Halloween.
Tell me about yourself.
My name is Toussaint Gervais. I'm the watchman here at St. Louis #1.
What exactly do you do here?
I watch things.
Oh, I keep the place tidy, of course. A big part of my job, too, is looking out for the grievers, you know. People come to pay their respects, and they need looking out for. Sometimes they so grief-bound, they don't know what they do.
And what about more about
Tell me
yourself?
about
I just want to
yourself.
know everything. Just tell me about from your
That's
wee
about all
baby.
there is to say.
Wow, okay. You are actually the best person ever I've talked to so far because you're to the point. You tell me one thing, then you're like, piss off, there's nothing else, and then we just keep
Tell me
going.
something about St. Louis Cemetery #1.
You know why the dead are buried in tombs and not in the ground, don't you? The water table's too high. Them coffins will float right out of their graves. Ha! Them dead will go floating right down into the Coda. Of course, if it were Mardi Gras, nobody'd even notice. It's a historical place. People buried in here from the Civil War. Back further, too. Take a look around. You'll see.
Tell me something about St. Louis Cemetery #1.
Just look around. You'll get the feel of the place.
That's his code for I want to get back to work, damn it.
You been working here a long time?
Longer than you've been alive, son. I may perhaps be here longer than you'll be alive, for that matter.
But are you gonna kill me? Like, what does that mean?
Kind of a quiet job you've got, isn't it?
Most of the time, yeah. They act up some at the full moon, though.
You must enjoy the company of dead folks.
Unlike the living, they ain't never given no reason to dislike them none.
How's business today?
About like every day. It's what you call a seller's market.
Thank you. I had no idea what that meant.
Do you know anything about Marie Laveau?
Sure. She was the voodoo queen of New Orleans, a powerful voodooian and a powerful sorceress. Believers still come to her tomb, you know. They write secret marks on the walls, leave offerings. Then there's the tourists. They come out of curiosity. As a matter of fact, that big Dr. John fella from that voodoo museum, he's here at least once a day. But Marie Laveau's tomb isn't the only one the believers visit and make markings and leave offerings at.
Yeah, what's the other marked tombs?
You said there were other mock tombs?
Yep, I've seen bull hearts left on tombs and a nest of vulture feathers, plates of peas and congreve. Animal parts, human parts even, it look like. Male parts, if you get my meaning.
Penises.
And this is one of the great family crypts, mind you. Odd how them types just pick a spot and stick to it.
Bling, ding, bling, bling.
What else can you tell me about Marie Laveau?
Her tomb's on all our tours. Even the Baptists come round here to gawk. Of course, you may not know this, but some of the real serious voodoo types argue that she ain't in this one at all. Down in the unmarked tomb in number 3. It's all the same to me, I say. Saved me a lot of cleanup work if she weren't here, if you ask me.
I had to clean up poop the other day. Poop! You know what that's like when someone poops on a tomb?
What other tombs got marked? Can you show me?
No, I ain't one for naming names. I don't like to encourage that kind of thing. It's distressing to the families, and rightly so.
Well, thank you, kind man. I must leave you, because you are a gentleman and a scholar. But we need to go and visit somebody now. Somebody who we saw once before. The Geddes. Meh. So what can we look at? What can we look at and be like, oh, that's so posh? We have roses, mansion, window shutters, and let's look at the trees.
The huge trees bear beards of Spanish moss.
Now I want to push the tree.
These trees have been here for 100 years. They're not going anywhere.
She said it so matter of fact, like, what the hell are you
The
doing?
Garden District is famous for its elaborate old plantation homes and mansions. This particular mansion is impeccably groomed.
Because there's rich people.
Potted roses mark the entrance to the house.
Let's look at the
Tall,
shutters.
narrow shutters provide beauty and protection.
They are bulletproof.
The Garden District is famous for its elaborate old plantation homes and
Oh.
mansions.
It's the same thing as the stupid lawn. Well, let's go ahead and knock on the door. May as well just see what's up. What's the happy haps? What's chilling with the homies up in here? Hello.
May I help you?
Yeah, how's it going? I need to talk to somebody.
I'd like to see Malia Gedde, please.
I'm sorry, but unless you have an appointment or official business, I cannot announce you.
Listen, Jeeves, I'm going in.
I'd really like to see Malia Gedde.
I told you that unless you have official business with Ms. Gedde, I cannot let you in.
Quit being a... I'm not gonna say anything. Not gonna say anything.
I'd really like to see Malia Gedde.
I told you that unless you have official business with Ms.
I'm about
Gedde,
to
I
break
cannot
your
let you in.
neck. Please leave. So, in order to do this, we got a little something that could give us official business.
My name is Detective Mosley. I'm here on police business.
Really? How interesting. Wait here. I'll inform Ms. Gedde.
So, you can't even come inside yet. I'm just gonna close the door in your face. Slam! Gabriel's like, hey, how's it going?
Ms. Gedde will see you. Right this way.
Go get me some British tea. I want to feel fancy.
Ms. Gedde will be down
And
shortly.
crackers with cheese and cucumbers or something. Sandwiches. Cucumber sandwiches. No crust. Away with you, Alfred. Go get me food. You sat down to get up, to stand, and turn, and look, and turn, and look, and turn. Oh, hello!
What can I do for you, Detective?
So, there's a picture up here. This one right here.
Beautiful women. They must be relatives.
They are.
This picture right here is actually one from the original game.
Modern art?
More or less. It's a Picasso.
Yeah, bless you. What else can we have? What can I ask about? We can ask about the sculpture, the fireplace, the lion. Let's ask about the rug. Oh.
Genuine lion skin.
I can imagine doing things on that rug.
That.
Excuse me?
Oh, nothing.
Why did he say that out loud? What? I can imagine plowing you on that rug. What? No, I mean nothing. I definitely don't want to have you on all floors. I mean, I don't want you naked.
Nice statue. I like it.
Thank you. It's The Rebellious Slave by Michelangelo.
All right, now it's time for me and you. Let's get this underway. Let's get started.
Undoubtedly proof that there is a god.
What? I mean nothing. I need to quit saying things out loud.
Mind if I ask you a few questions, Miss Gedde?
I assume that's what you're here for, Detective.
Maybe. You don't know.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
Voodoo? Why would you want to know about that, Detective? It's rather silly, isn't it?
Is it?
There's
Is
nothing
it?
silly about the voodoo murders.
But that voodoo is faked. That's what I've read in the papers.
That's what the papers say, all right.
But you're not convinced.
No, frankly, I'm not. The police department isn't known for its imagination.
And I would know.
Oh.
I'm
Well, I
a
can see that
detective.
your imagination is considerable.
Aw, she just straight up dogged you, son.
Are you sure you can't tell me anything about voodoo?
I really don't know much about it. Isn't there some place in town that you can find out about that sort of thing? A museum or something?
I believe there is a museum.
Then maybe you should check there.
Maybe you should just answer my questions and stop giving me sass. Wait, I like it.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
The murders? Only what I read in the papers.
And what do you read in the papers?
I'm sure you know much more about it than I, Detective.
Oh, she is so onto us.
Tell me about your life in New Orleans.
The Gedde family came to New Orleans in 1800. We worked very hard to get where we are. On the other hand, we've done a lot for this community.
I can believe that. You're doing a lot for me right now. Tell me more about New Orleans.
My dick is
I'm
getting
afraid I don't
hard
get out
because
into
of you.
Nolan's society
Ugh.
much.
He's so
Because
creepy.
of the Gedde money, we have slots in the best country clubs and on the best Mardi Gras courts. But I must admit, I hate it. I avoid actually making an appearance unless it becomes absolutely necessary.
I know about those courts. They're very exclusive.
Yes, especially when it comes to people of my race. That's why we don't turn down the appointments. It's a rare opportunity to rub their noses in it. But that's not where I spend my time. I have more important things to do with my life.
That's admirable. Many women would love the chance to get caught up in that kind of life.
I'm not any kind of woman you might be familiar with.
Yes, I can see that.
Ow. It's the way his voice said, yes, I can see that. It's like, ugh.
Do you know anything about snakes?
Especially trouser
I'm no
snakes.
expert. I don't fear them like most people do.
Oh, well, okay.
What can you tell me about St. John's Eve?
I believe it's some sort of local holiday, but I don't know much about it.
Oh, okay. We're going.
know about
We got
Marie
things
Laveau?
going.
I've heard of her, of course, but that's about it.
Do you have any idea what Cabri Saint-Caux means?
No, I don't. What does it mean, Detective?
Well, I'm just trying to figure out someone who knows French
That's
and they can tell
confidential
me.
information, ma'am.
If it was confidential, why'd you ask?
Do you know anything about animal masks?
Animal masks? I don't know what you mean.
Like, you know, animals wearing masks, like a gopher or a ferret or, I don't know, a cow.
Tell me about yourself.
Ew.
I suppose I don't really have a choice. What do you want to know, Detective?
Just anything at all. Anything.
What kind of things interest you?
I don't have a lot of free time, but I do appreciate the arts. Opera, symphony, ballet, fine art. If you look around, you'll see that we collect African art, for example.
Yes, it's very beautiful.
It is, Detective. It means a great deal to me.
Do you have a career?
A career? Being the head of the Gedde family is a 24-hour-a-day job. We have many holdings and many responsibilities, financial and otherwise. The management of our business affairs and properties leaves me with time for little else.
Poor little rich girl?
Ah, there you go. Insult
Believe it or
her.
not, Detective, wealth does have its price.
Insult her.
Tell me about your family.
The Geddes? We're a very private family.
How many people are there in your family?
Well, my mother just passed away.
Oh, I am sorry.
So am I. She was a magnificent woman. We were very close. I was an only child.
And your father?
I never knew him.
It's hard to believe that any man would leave a woman like you, or like your mother must have been.
He did not leave, Detective. But that's really none of your concern.
We
I'm
killed
sorry.
him.
Go on.
There are, of course, other Geddes in the city. I have a large extended family.
I see.
No, you single? You wanna, you know, you know.
Do you have a husband, boyfriend?
I'm very independent, Detective. The women in my family have always preferred it that way.
So, you've never been married?
No, and I never will be.
What about children?
Yes, that is likely. Someday.
Well, progressive.
I'd like to hear just about anything.
I have a business degree from Vanderbilt. I wanted to study psychology, but my family's interests came first.
Oh, why not something like law, then? Surely that would have been an asset to the family.
Law? Please. I do have some morals, Detective.
I'd like to hear just about anything.
For the record, I'm 28, Detective.
I'd like to hear just about anything.
I have few friends. A woman in my position can't really afford them.
I'd like to hear just about anything.
I try to stay away from the media as much as possible. Last year there was that story about John Jr. and I. Phone didn't stop ringing for weeks. I prefer to keep my private life private. I would appreciate it if you'd keep my name away from any public association with the police, Detective.
Of course.
Of course. Yeah, of course.
I wouldn't know where to begin.
As you wish, Detective.
Let's just do regular
This is
chit-chats
quite a
and see what
place.
happens now.
Thank you. It's been in the family a long time.
Done anything exciting lately?
I'm sorry, but I'm very busy. Can we get to the point?
Oh, okay.
Can you tell me anything about what happened out at the lake?
I wish I could. But I've never seen or heard anything unusual at the lake. And I do spend quite a bit of time out there.
So what's new with you?
Nothing that would interest you, I'm sure, Detective.
Damn, he's getting shut down.
Do you receive all your visitors in this library?
Usually, I feel more comfortable surrounded by things that I love.
So, you like books?
My books, my art, yes.
You know, we have a lot more in common than you might imagine.
I would love to chat about that sometime, Detective. But I'm really pressed at the moment.
No, I would want to impress you.
Excuse me, but your eyes are really distracting. I don't think I've ever seen a color quite like that brownish gold. It's so deep and rich. Man, if I could bottle that, I'd make a fortune.
Thank you, Detective. That's an interesting observation, though probably not relevant to your case.
A good detective never knows what might be relevant, Miss Gedde.
Then you must be truly exceptional at your job.
I can't help noticing that you're in incredible shape, Miss Gedde.
That's
Your
weird.
legs are so strong. Do you work out at one of the clubs by the lake?
Well, Detective, I do enjoy physical activity.
Oh, me too.
Actually, I was referring to swimming and modern dance. I can't say that I do much exercising at the lake, though.
Ah, well, it was worth asking.
I think this has gone on long enough. You're not really a detective, are you?
Well,
Who, me? Well, I am on this case, Miss Gedde.
I saw you at the lake yesterday. I thought you must be with the police since you were there, but you don't act like a police officer. Besides, I'm rather certain that the other man said his name was Mosley.
nah.
All right, you caught me. I'm not with the police. My name is Gabriel Knight. I'm a writer working with Detective Mosley on a book.
Well, Mr. Knight, now that we've established who you are, perhaps you can tell me the real reason you're here.
Well, I am researching the book, and I thought you might have seen or heard something at the lake.
I don't like liars, Mr. Knight.
Okay, you're right. I really just wanted to see you again. You can be mad at me if you want, but I swear I've never done anything like this before.
Mr. Knight, you've lied about your identity and wasted my time with meaningless questions. If it weren't vaguely flattering,
She likes
I'd
us.
really be angry. You're lucky I don't call the real police.
Now
I
get the
think you
hell
should
out.
go, Mr. Knight.
Malia, wait. If you just give me a chance.
I've wasted enough time. I'll have Robert show you out.
The sitting glitch is so good.
Robert?
I have those cucumber sandwiches,
show Mr.
ma'am.
Knight out.
Ah,
Please.
crap. I just made cucumber sandwiches for no
I
reason.
most certainly will.
Ah, I most certainly will let him out.
Thank you very much. I had a lovely time.
Go suck a lemon, you bastard.
Ah, shit.
And that can't be good. And next time, friends, when we come back, we will finish up day 2. We're almost done with it. We just have one more place to go. And we will next time. But instead, Gabriel wanted to get all smooth and say some really creepy things and get kicked out of a house. Fun times. Fun times. So till then, friends, you all take care. Of course, have a good one.